Hi, welcome to Bookie. Today we will unlock the book The Secret of Childhood. Before we get into this book, we must ask whether you have ever heard of the Montessori Method? Most people are not strangers to this method of education. But what exactly is the Montessori Method? Is it providing children with dazzling toys and training aids? Or are they encouraged to take part in intellectual games and play freely? The Montessori method is an educational method developed by an Italian educator named Montessori. Montessori is the author of today's book, The Secret of Childhood. She was Italy's most famous thinker and reformer of early childhood education in the 20th century, as well as Italy's first female doctor of medicine. After receiving a doctorate in medicine from the University of Rome at the age of 26, she immediately began to work as an assistant at the University of Rome Psychiatric Clinic. While diagnosing and treating children with physical and mental impairments, she gradually developed an interest in the research of mentally disabled children. From 1907 to 1908, Montessori founded 3 children's houses in the slums of Rome. Through her unique method, she turned these poor children, ragged and introverted, into bright, optimistic, and well-mannered teenagers. Through her years of practicing teaching, Montessori published books such as Montessori Method, Dr. Montessori's Own Handbook, The Secret of Childhood, and The Discovery of the Child. The teaching method she proposed set off the Montessori movement in various countries around the world, causing a revolution in the field of early childhood education. Some German educators commented that in the history of education, it is rare to find anything as globally popular as the Montessori method of education. The Secret of Childhood, written by Montessori, combined her years of teaching experience with the results of psychological experiments she carried out in the children's houses. In the book, she analyzed the psychological characteristics and growth patterns of children, as well as explained her principles and methods behind early childhood education. In this bookie, we will introduce you to Montessori's Secrets of Child Development through the following 3 parts. Part 1: Characteristics of Children's Psychological Development. Part 2: The Harm Caused to Children by Incorrect Education Methods. Part 3: How to Better Educate Children. First, we will look at the characteristics of children's psychological development. If you've ever noticed, there are children who prefer to put their toys back in the correct place rather than continuing to play with them. In addition, there are also some children who will slightly adjust the position of the toys after putting them back in place in order to ensure that they look exactly the same as they did originally. You might believe that this is because the child has developed a good habit of organizing things from an early age, or that the child is naturally active and enjoys doing such meticulous activities. However, this is not the case. According to Montessori, this is a manifestation of children's sensitivity to order. Every child will experience special periods in their life. During these periods, they will feel especially sensitive. Here, we will explore children's sensitivity to internal order, external order, and details respectively. Let's first talk about the internal order. Children's perception of internal order is reflected in their ability to be aware of various parts of their bodies and their relative positions. 1-year-old babies are not very familiar with each part of their body, and it takes a while for them to slowly understand where their hands, legs, feet, and other parts are. For example, when a mother bathes her baby boy, she lets him lean on her left arm as she washes him with her right hand. She goes from his upper body to his legs and feet, and finally to his hair. Then, imagine if one day his grandmother or father bathes him without letting the child lean on them. Moreover, they do not bathe him in the same order as the mother, but instead start by washing his hair, followed by his body. Because of this, the baby may protest by crying or throwing a tantrum. Some newcomer parents would be confused, as they are in the process of simply giving a bath. Why indeed does it matter which body part we wash first? How can a child being so young understand the order of taking a bath? The truth is, for young babies, every posture and movement of their bodies